Hell yeah. Can you dig it? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Friday night. Chill stream. I'm your host, Jake Johnson. Barely. I'm here, but only halfway. Welcome to the show. Come on in. Take your shoes off. Set a spell. It's going to be a fantastic evening. I can feel it in my bones. My whiskers are tingling. I'm ready to rock and roll. How are you? It's the end of the week, and thank God it's Friday. Come on in. Fab Daddy, you get the gold star tonight. You are first in chat, and Fab Daddy says, Bloviation. Why, yes. We have a posthumous Tempest Soirée, and I will do some loquacious Bloviation as I opine and wax rhapsodical to your inward turned ears. Yes, we will. Bloviation means to talk at length, especially in an inflated or empty way. Bloviation. And Jack says, Jake, you get the gold star. It doesn't work that way, Jack, but thank you. Or is that Fab Daddy? That would be Fab Daddy, yes. Can you read a Bible verse real quick for us? Please, I will appreciate it. Hebrews chapter 11. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. There you go. And this is Friday night, Jack, not Sunday night. Sunday night is Bible night. Tonight, we just hanging out. So, hang out. What's the topic? Read the description. Let's start this chat off right. I always start the chat off right, and I don't like your accusatory tone there, sir. I'm just messing with you. Come on in. Enjoy yourself. It's going to be great. Amanda says, Fab Daddy, here's your gold star. Hi, Amanda. Amanda says, hi, chat. Good to see y'all. Happy Friday, and I hope everyone had a great weekend. Hi, Jake. How are you tonight? Heart, smiley face, a little hoarse. But I'm here, and I'm happy, and I can't complain. How about that? Tonight's episode is brought to you by this hot cup of coffee, which is soothing to my hoarse, raw throat. Don't you want to have a cuppa with me and talk about the things in the world? Go pour yourself a nice hot cup of coffee and join me for a chat. If you don't have a cup, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It's fantastic. It's got my face on it. Can't go wrong there. Also, hit that like button. There's 10 people in chat and only 3 likes. Come on now, hit that like button. It helps the channel. Also, join, support, chat, super chat. Love, feed Jake. He's been a good dog. Yes, I have.
Now I lay me down to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Pray the Lord my soul to keep.
How many people got their own theme song? I got one. DJ. Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. I've been a good doggy. Come on. Say it loud. DJ. All right. And you can do that by pressing all the buttons, and I appreciate you so much. Now, on with the show. Woo-hoo, it's the weekend, says Amanda. Yes, it is. Finally, Friday. Ready for a wild weekend. Amanda, you can't be retracting messages. Patty says, hello from Tennessee. Hello, Patty, dear. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a great week. Amanda says, hi, Patty. And Jack says, hi, Amanda. Turkey. And Jack says, can anyone get a tool? No, sir. No, you cannot. You have to earn those. And only I can bequeath them. And to have a tool means that you are committed to the show and that you'll be here and help with the chat, because that's what the tool is for, to guard the chat and to facilitate a good conversation. That's what it's all about. Amanda says, hi, Jack, turkey back. And no, Jack, anyone can't get a tool. Only certain people at certain times. How do people get a tool? I'm just asking. We already know the answer to that question, but the answer is Jake gives it to you because you earned it. You can, however, Jack, get a J tag by your name like John has. See his J tag? You can have one of those too. And one of those makes you special. And John says, good evening all. Hey, John, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Don't you want a J tag? Get that J tag. Go press the join button. It's good for you. It's good for me, too. In fact, it's good for everybody. And Jack said, Amanda says, special people get a tool. Correct. It helps to have a J tag. Amanda says, hi, John. And Amanda says, Jack, Jake has to know and trust you first. That's the beginning of it, yes. I have to know you. I have to trust you. There has to be an interest, and you have to be willing to show up. And also be good at following the rules, which are very few. Mr. P says, I'm nothing special. Au contraire, mon frère. You are, in fact, special. Believe that. And just love Jake and everyone here. That's all. It came from that. It did come from that. But I love you too, and you are special. That makes you special. And Jack says, I agree, 100% turkey. Nope, thumbs up, sorry. And Amanda says, can you dig it? Yes, you can. Repetitively. Patty says, what? An intro? Ha 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 ha. Oh, sorry, that wasn't a question. What an intro. Ha 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 ha. Thank you, Patty. Amanda says, Spock ears. That's not a Spock ear, baby. That's a regular ear. But that is a Spock hand. I don't know who told you that was a Spock ear, but Spock ears are pointed. Actually, it looks more like a kidney from here, but whatever. Mr. P says, yes, it was a statement intro tonight for sure. What do you mean? Amy Elizabeth is in the house. Hey, Amy, how are you? Greetings from Indiana. Greetings from North Carolina. Are you as soggy as I am? And Amanda says, hi, Amy. And Amanda says, 8-ball, oh, 8-ball, is it going to be a wild night tonight? 8-ball says, it might actually be yes. Amanda says, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and if you love Jake, Super Chat is available, y'all. Super Chat. Super Chat. Patty says, cow patty. Peppermint patty. Your turn. Krabby Patty. Two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese. Yeah, baby. And Amanda says, can I pat you on the head, Jake? Yes, you can. Patty says, hi, Amanda. Jack says, I want a J tag. Not fair. You can have one, Jack. Hit that join button, and you can get one. And they are lovely, and they change over time. And the longer you have one, the better it gets. April Rain's in the house. April Rain, April Rain. Hello, April Rain. April Rain, April Rain. April Rain, April Rain. She says, hello, everybody. Good to see you, Turkey. Much love. Heart, heart, BRB. Well, are you coming or are you going? Are you coming and going? Are you going to come? Wait a minute. The other way around. Are you coming to go? Amanda says, well, they don't have Spock ears. Yes, they do. Pretty sure. Somewhere. And Amanda says, hi, April. And April says, Amanda, hearts in a circle and hugs. Mr. P says, just the energy. Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Just the energy behind the intro, Jake. That's all I meant. It was great. And hello, April. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I am trying. You know, it is that kind of. Oh, yeah. Can you dig it? That kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? And Amanda says, smiley face with breasts, smiley face with herpes. Curious Squirrel's in the house. She says, we aren't post-Tempest yet here. Debbie has caused a lot of flooding here today. Yes, it's been quite wet here also. But we're having a hurricane party anyway, or a posthumous Tempest soiree. Which is what I like to call it. And congratulations on getting the technical lingo there. Curious Squirrel says, hi, everybody. And Amanda says, crying, laughing, Chinese smiley face, and regular smiley face. Hi, Squirrel. Yeah, Fab Daddy says, I had to rewind for the Bloviation explanation. Well, now you got it. May I assist you in any other way, sir? And Mr. P says, I love the ads the Republicans are running showing the snake-like ways of Kamala. Yeah, she is kind of snaky, isn't she? Amanda says, LOL, Fab. Hi. Fab says, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday, happy Friday. I'm happy. Not in the emojis. There's no Spock ears. Well, that's a ripoff. They probably copyrighted those ears or something. It's probably what it is. How's everybody doing? Are you guys having a good week? Have things been going your way? Do you feel well deserved of a 2-day vacation? Have you worked hard this week? I have. April says, smiley face, Jake, I love you. Aha. Well, I love you too, April, and thank you for being here, sweetie. Whipmaster Hart's in the house. I hope everybody's having a blessed Friday, says Whipmaster. Whipmaster, I hope you are as well, sir. That is a choice primo cup of coffee. I wish all of you had one. And Jack says, we're in the joint button. Where is the joint button? The join button is at the bottom of the video somewhere. It's not hard to find. Somebody have a phone, tell him how to find the join button. And Jack, I would love to have you on board as part of the family. Mr. P says, dot. Well, don't be so emphatic. Amanda says, hi, Whip. Mr. P says, join as a member, Jack. That's right. You hit the join button, that's how. It's somewhere around the edge or perimeter or in the description of the video you are currently watching. Somewhere. I don't know how it looks on a phone, but, do your thing. It should be $5 a month. There is a $1.99 option, but, you get what you pay for. $5 a month, that's less than the price of a cup of coffee. You can have all of this for eternity. And also you will have access to things that no one else has access to before everyone else gets to see it. Way before, like a month before. So please do consider joining the channel, everybody. It also helps me keep the place afloat, which is, ever increasingly important. And Patty says, Cow Patty, my theme song, Jake. Oh, Cow Patty. Sitting on the ground, Cow Patty. Just hanging around, Cow Patty. Acts like a clown, but she ain't gonna be nobody's frown, Cow Patty. I don't know, I've never heard that one, but I like it. Amanda says, Jack, on a phone, drop the chat down on a computer under the video. Mr. P says, I can't afford much, so I figure something is better than nothing. True, Mr. P, and I appreciate your support. And you don't hear me complaining. However, I don't recommend that option. I recommend the other option, but if you can only do that option, then that's why it's there. Amanda says it's next to the subscribe button and the bell icon, Jack. And Amanda says, Whip, are you swimming or flooded out? Well, if he was flooded out, he'd be swimming. Yeah. Whip says, I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. Wait a minute. My jet jumped. What did he say? That is what he said. I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. Me too. Fab Daddy says, you can just hold the screen and a pop-up will come up. Thank you, Fab Daddy. Apparently you can just press and hold the screen and it'll tell you what you need to know. Whipmaster says, it's a smidgen moist down here. Where you at? Are you in Florida too, Whip? No, you're in Georgia. That's right. Way across Georgia. I remember. Amanda says, LOL, Whip. Jake calls Mountain Dew the nectar of the gods. Lowercase g. Yes, I do. Because it's delicious. 5 for alive, says Jack. I like it. Amy Elizabeth says, press the 3 dots in the upper right-hand corner. Press the description. Select the join link. Thank you, Amy. Amanda says, we are too, Whip. Wet. It's so wet here, I started putting out buckets and barrels to catch the rainwater. I figured if I did my part, maybe it wouldn't flood. What it is? What's up, buddy? I give thanks for the job and the house and the wife and the relationship with God, of my own understanding spiritually. I give thanks for that too, what it is, and thank you for being here. And God bless you. And I'm glad that you have those things, because those things are the thing life is for. If you don't have those things, there's no point in living. Rachel Floyd's in the house. Hey, Rachel. She says, you know what they say about Mountain Dew, right? Yeah. What do they say? Amanda says, hi, what it is. Curious Squirrel says, I just can't bring myself to give money to people, to Google. You wouldn't be giving it to Google, you'd be giving it to me. But there's an option for that too, by the way, Curious Squirrel. The only reason I'm using that option is because it's available. It's not really my choice. If I had my druthers, I'd do it another way, but it's available so people can use it, and it's a link that's trustworthy, so I don't have to worry about them getting scammed out of their money or other people getting their information or anything like that, which is why I allow that to go on. If I ever, even one time, have a problem with that, that goes away, because I can't in good conscience run a business that puts people in danger, so I'm not going to do that. That's the reason it's there. But if you would like to support Jake in a way that doesn't give the Googles any money, there is an option. You can go to paypal.me/jakejohnsonband or Cash App $jakejohnsonband. Both of those ways work, and that money comes straight to me, no middle person. So, I hope that helps. But I don't blame you. I understand why you feel that way. Rachel says, hi. Hi, Rachel. How are you? Lovely lady. Fab Daddy says, making mushrooms strong. Oh, why are you messing with mushrooms? Are you trying to get trippy? Amanda says, hi, Rachel. Mr. P says, I used to drink Mountain Dew all the time. I have a rule now, 5 glasses of water for 1 glass of soda pop. Soda pop. That's a good rule. But you know there's water in soda pop, right? So you could drink the Coke while counting 1 of those glasses of water. It's a loophole. Rachel says, they say it makes your buddy smaller. Everyone said that in middle school. Well, good thing for my girlfriend that I drank a lot of Mountain Dew. She'd be in trouble otherwise. Curious Squirrel says, my workaround works for me. I hear you. Amanda says, LOL, that's not true, Rachel. I'm just glad you're here, Curious Squirrel. Nothing else needed. However, if you wish to do the thing, then do the thing, and I appreciate that, but I just want you to be here with me. I don't care about any of the rest of it. And Rachel says, yeah, like you would be judged if you drink Mountain Dew. I mean, you can judge all you want, but, you know, the ruling will be in my favor. You know what I'm saying? Or someone else's. Whipmaster Hart says, I'm a floater myself. Is that like being a shower, not a grower? Rachel says, I'm sure you know well, Amanda. Linda Davis in the house. Hey, Linda, how are you? She says, hi, all in chat. Hi, Linda. Are you staying dry up there? It's kind of wet down here. Amanda's rolling on the floor, Rachel. And Amanda says, hi, Linda. Jack says, it's raining. So fun. Smiley face. Yeah, it's all fun and games till you got to work out in it all day or ride a motorcycle in it. That's kind of sucky. Whipmaster said it had about 50 miles directly south of Macon, a little town called Hawkinsville. I know where Hawkinsville is. I've been through there. Old Hawkinsville. If you go probably 20 miles north of Macon, I believe it's north, you'll hit a town called Milledgeville. You know where that's at? That's where I went to college. And about 30 miles beyond Milledgeville is a little town called Sandersville, and that's where I was born and raised. So now you know where I'm from. I'm from the foothills. I'm from the swamp, Buffalo Swamp, that is, on a little road called Panther Branch. That's my homestay. Look it up. You won't see much, but that's where I'm from. That explains a lot, by the way. If you found out where I was from, you'd know why I am the way I am. Fab Daddy says, hi, Linda. And yes, hi, Linda. Welcome back. Cow patties, says Fab Daddy. Cow patties. Amanda says, that sucks, Whip. I melt. LOL. Don't melt. That would be gross. April says, Fab Daddy, Rachel, Linda, Whipmaster, Jack, John, Patty, love you all. Kevin says, hi, everybody. He is driving. Hey, Kev. You ever seen one of these before? Got you. Mr. P says, anyway, I just wanted to pick on Kamala a bit tonight. I don't aim to make fun of anyone usually, but in her case, though her ads point out all these positives she's done, but her actions prove the opposite. I agree, Mr. P. She's kind of a shifty character who did not earn one single vote from one single human being. She just got appointed into her position. So for the party who is touting the democracy that's on the ballot and saving our democracy, they very undemocratic. So I agree with you 100%. Jack says, remember school lunch? What was your favorite school lunch? Well, obviously pizza. The fiestada on Fridays. Little octagon-shaped pizza that you could roll up and eat like a hot dog. Delicious. Come on, hit that like button, everybody. 15 people in chat, only 8 likes. Those likes are important. We need them. They don't cost anything either. Just, doop, that's it. A little extra time. Mr. P says, hello, Kevin. And April says, curious squirrel, good to see you, love, heart, heart. And Amanda says, hi, Kevo. Curious Squirrel says, good to see you too, April. Whipmaster says, April, y'all be careful driving now. Please do be careful. Amy says, cigarettes, coffee, guitar, and singing. Or megaphoning. That's usually the typical order of things. However, I'm a little hoarse tonight, so I'm not going to push it. But I wish that I could. And I miss you guys. I miss singing to you. And as soon as I can heal, I'll be back to doing that very thing. I'm also getting ready to tackle a new style of guitar playing, so I might do that live. I might show y'all how it looks for me to make a bunch of mistakes and not hardly be able to play or keep up. That'll be fun. Give you an inside link into the learning process. April says, hit that like button, everybody. Thumbs up, smiley face, heart, heart, heart. Blue, blue, red. And Amy, how are you? Good to see you. Heart with stars in it. Special. Fab Daddy says, Kevin's favorite sport, football, was played today in the Olympics. How many women were in that game? Just wondering. April says, I can Hawkinsville. LMAO. Yeah. Been there, done that. Are you saying that you know where Hawkinsville is? That was an unusual response to the word Hawkinsville. I can Hawkinsville. Sometimes you got to just spit on that thing. I don't think that's what that means. Anyway. Fab Daddy says Germans won the gold. Well, that's about time. Everyone says, LOL. Mr. P says, funny that I made an earlier comment about Kamala and you all can't see it. So YouTube is actively trying to stop anyone saying negative about her. Kamala is a big old ninny nanny. So there you go. I said something negative about her for you. Nah. YouTube can't get me. Yeah, they can. April says, huh? Fab Daddy? Huh? What? The Germans won the gold medal in the Olympics. And I said it's about time, because you remember old mean Mr. Mustache, when he first came to the Olympics, he was quite percleft at the fact that the giant African-American man was running leaps and bounds faster than all of the little tiny white Germans. He didn't like that very much. Amanda says, he ain't made it there, John, LOL. I'm getting there. Whipmaster says, yes, sir. Milledgeville is about 15 minutes northwest of Macon. Okay, northwest. My late grandma used to be in the crazy house up there. Rest her soul. Was that Cherry something or other? Cherry Hill? Cherry something, Mount Cherry, something like that? I think I know what you're talking about. I'm sorry to hear that, Whipmaster. I was in the crazy house there, too. They called it Georgia College and State University. April says preseason NFL started today. Oh, yeah. Are you ready for some football? Mr. P says, I checked on my other old account and it's not there. No, Amanda, they censored the rougher one. Well, that's okay, Mr. P. I understand the sentiment, and I'm in 100% agreement with you, sir. Amanda says, oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, my Panthers played the Patriots, says Fab Daddy. No, the round football, not the oval one. You mean soccer. We're Americans. It's soccer. Not the football. We don't play football. We play soccer. April says they're in halftime right now. Is that a precarious what's the word I'm looking for? Is that a vicarious sports update? Are you being vicarious right now? Mr. P says, yep. I wouldn't even know if Jake didn't read all our comments and I hadn't checked, right? Ain't you glad I read all your comments? Gives me something to talk about anyway. Mr. P says, sure enough, censored. Yeah, they've been putting the thumb on me for a while. Remember, when I first started going vertical, I was getting 2,000 hits a night, 2,000 views a night. Now I'm lucky to get 200. That's not by accident. That's very deliberate. And the reason is because I'm right-leaning and Christian-minded, and they do not like that in a democracy. They want you to be good little soldiers and do what you're told. Let the government raise your children and, agree with everything. Listen to the science as applied to by them. Amanda says, tap the like button with just a tip. That's what she said. April says, Kevin says it's football, not soccer. Well, I'm sorry. It's soccer in America. We don't play football in America. We play football in the NFL. And that's got an oval ball. That's Charlie Brown football. Soccer. Look it up. You can't go buy a football ball. If you buy a football ball, you'll get one of those little teardrop-shaped ovally balls. But you can buy a soccer ball, so it's soccer. I rest my case. Your witness. Amanda says, right, John? Fab Daddy says, I tried the tip, but the whole finger slipped onto it. Eugh. I kind of like that. Mr. P says, just a tip. Anyone who says just a tip is lying. True. We're going to get it as much in there as we can. Amanda says, LOL, Fat Daddy. All right now. My chat jumped again. I'm getting there. Amanda says, true, John. They're lying when they say just a tip. April says, Jake, we got the coffee mugs Kevin ordered. I got a pink one, and you got the green one. I love them. Coffee tastes better. Awesome. Thank you very much. I hope that you enjoy them, and I hope they last you a great long time. And welcome to the Mug Club. Not the Steven Crowder one, the Jake Johnson one. Cup Club, Cup Club. Coffee Castle. We'll call it something. Amanda says, nice, April. And April says, Kevin said that. Sorry, I meant he got the green one. Yes. Yeah, I haven't got mine yet. I'll eventually get some so that I can show them off on the channel. But I hadn't got there yet. I eventually want to get one of all of my little merchandise thingies. But, alas, I have to pay for them too. However, I am working on a press right now. I'm getting ready to build one out in my barn so that I can produce the t-shirts and stuff myself and the screen printing myself, cutting out the middleman, lowering the price, making it easier and more accessible for everybody to get their hands on one. So I'm working on that as we speak, and y'all just be patient. I'm getting there. This is a one-man operation, so it takes me a little while to get things done because I also have to have a full-time job and take care of the place I live. So, slowly but surely, April says, they are neat. Thumbs up, smiley face. Are they good quality? They're not cheap garbage? I was a little worried about that. Does it print look good and all that? Is it screen printed or is it etched or what is it? Whipmaster, you can't be retracting messages. I can't read that if you get rid of it. April says, aha. And Jack says, Jake, can I get some coffee and a mug for my coffee? Jake, what coffee do you drink? I drink Folgers, and yes, you can get a mug right down in the description. Just wait till the mug shows up and click it. And it'll take you right to it. I recommend the first one. It's got my face on it. Second one does not. It has my logo on it, but you can have it. Go get it. And I drink Folgers, by the way. Good old American Folgers coffee. It's probably made in Japan and raised in Mexico or something. Amanda says, sure, Jack, order a mug. And he drinks Folgers. See, I told you. See, I know something. April says, Kevin says, she's a communist and her running man is worse. That would be Walls. I can't even remember his first name. Something Walls. My opinion, I don't have one because Trump will be president in 2024. Yes, he's strong and he has heart. And I agree with you, April. Thank you very much. And, yeah, I think all of this is hype. There is absolutely no way that a year ago everyone hated her. Everyone. Nobody wanted her. In fact, a few years ago when she ran for president, she didn't even make it to the Iowa caucuses, which is the first one. She couldn't even take the mayor of Mayberry or whatever, South Bend or whatever it is there in Iowa. She couldn't do it. She did not even get enough votes for the delegates to get to Iowa for the caucus. So, for that person that everybody knows was a DEI hire, and everybody knows that they can't wait to get rid of that cackling cootenanny, and all of a sudden she's beating Trump in a week, 2 weeks, not possible. I'm sorry. They are hyping the numbers. They are heavily askewed. They're only asking Democrats. However it is they do it, I don't know. But I assure you that's the honeymoon phase. It will die down. And in a couple of weeks, you'll see Trump's numbers rising back up. And we'll see what happens from there. The election is as the election will be. I can't guarantee that that's going to happen in a certain way because you know how they do that. But if everyone votes, gets out and actually votes come November, I feel reasonably sure that our president will be Donald Trump, yes. And deservedly so. April says, Kevin said it. I'm just writing the message, LOL. I hear you. April says, about the football. Yep. Kevin said it was football, not soccer. It's not football. It's soccer. Go try to buy a football and see what you get. Go try to buy a soccer ball and see what you get. I rest my case. Your witness. I object. Jack says, April, you got a J tag. I am so jealous. She is so cool and she has a tool. You got to start somewhere, Jack. Go get the J tag. It's right there for your taking. All of you, go get a J tag. You'll definitely be the coolest person on the internet with that because nobody has them but us. Mr. P says, if you ain't a Steelers fan, I feel sorry for you. Just kidding. I like football in general. I'm a fan of the game. I'm always going to be Steelers first, though. I hear you, buddy. I don't know anything about sports of any kind. I spent my life on this side of the microphone, so I never got into it. I'm not against it, per se. I just don't know anything about it. So there's a little insight. Jack says, I love football. April says, screw them. Screw who, April? Mr. P says, I played high school football. I tried out for the team once and got laughed out of the room. I was a little feller. If they only saw me a few years later, though. Amy says, if you go on Wimkin, you can post or say whatever you want, 100% free speech, no shadow banning or censorship. And I may look into that, Amy. I haven't used Wimkin before. I haven't even heard of it before you mentioned it. I have X and Getter and Truth Social. I don't post on any of them but X, though. And the only thing I post there is a link to the show. About like what I do on Facebook. I'm not much of a social media person. I really wish I had somebody that ran that for me so I didn't have to think about it. But I'd need somebody that could actually run a good social media and get the numbers up. But that's probably never going to be a thing I get into. I just don't have time for one thing, and I don't have interest for another thing. I do like keeping up with people, but I like this because I can talk to you. You show up, I'll talk to you. I don't think you're interested in what my food looks like or, what sunset I see every day. Maybe. I mean, it might be a thing. Fab Daddy says, I prefer foosball over football. Foosball. That's just football for tiny people. How about that? Whipmaster says, I'm ready to see my UGA Bulldogs dominate this year. Add another natty to the collection. Go Dogs. I don't know anything about sports, but I support the Dogs. It's a Georgia thing. Kevin agrees, by the way. April says, Kevin agrees. Yep. And thanks, Jack Love. Heart. Yes, thank you. April says, Jake, can we gift memberships? Yes. I don't see where I can in my screen. You can, but I don't think you can pick who you gift it to. I think it's just a random thing. I'm not really sure how that works. Maybe you can. I don't know. I've never done it before. But you should be able to click the 3 dots at the top of the chat and gift memberships that way. I think. Or maybe you have to go to the join button and then choose gift memberships that way. I'm not real sure how that works. Somebody has done it before, so I've seen them do it. I just don't know how to do it. So play around with it. You'll figure it out. Roger, welcome to the show. Mr. P says, I'm going to get me a mug one of these days. Well, you're welcome to it, buddy. And they're I don't know how long supplies will last, but right now they're available. So have at it. They're great mugs. Fab Daddy says, they are muggalos, like juggalos. You already have the band. Huh? I don't get that one at all. Muggalos? What's a juggalo? Is that gigolo? You mean like a male prostitute? Or I don't know. I don't know what that is. Be more specific, Fab Daddy. I didn't catch the reference. Mr. P says, I love the hoodies. I want one of those. Probably for myself for Christmas. Well, come on, buddy. I got some really good hoodies, that really good material, good thick hoodies. I also got several different types of t-shirts in there. The soft kind, the crew neck, the cotton, and one that's got big print all over it. And I think it's some kind of polyester or rayon or something like that. I'm not real sure. And also got tank tops and sports tops, like a sports bra with the crisscross back, only it's a tank top. Even got a face mask in there, but I don't think anybody will ever buy one because they don't work. And I'm working on some new stuff there, Mr. P. So just keep looking back at the store. Eventually, I'm going to have T-shirts for Politics, for the Hyperbole, for Chill Stream, and for Bible Study. So, and some of my band stuff merch will be in there too. That's all in the future. I'm working up to that. I'm in the design phase right now. April says, LOL, juggalos, Fab Daddy. I don't know what that means. They are great, Jake. Perfect size. Smiley face, thumbs up, and heart with stars in it. Perfect size. That's a perfect coffee cup. I like that. Like this one. Perfect size. I'm also working on getting some tumblers, which I haven't got yet. But if I can get you guys a cup like this, you'll love it. I can put a cup of coffee in this and close the lid, and then 4 hours later, it'll still be warm. So if I can get some Untethered Live tumblers, that'll be next. By the way, if you guys hadn't checked out the Untethered Live Facebook page, the link is in the chat. Go by and check that out. You know, share videos and chat with one another, get to know each other, and keep up with all things Untethered Live Universe. Also, hit that like button, subscribe, share, support, join the super chat if you wish. April says, what's a foosball? That's that game that's got the little men on the pole and you turn the knobs like this. Really hard to show you on a vertical screen. But there's a guy on each side of the table and they kick the ball back and forth. It's like regular football, but you got the little poles and the little men on the poles that swing back and forth. That's foosball. It's a college game. April says, LOL, exactly. Thumbs up. Yes. Foosball table, says Mr. P. Yep. Fab Daddy says, foosball is a great sport anyone can play unless you don't have arms or if you're drunk. It's hard to do when you're drunk. Trust me, I know. April says, oh yeah, absolutely. And Fab Daddy says, I bet I could play with feet. I had a girlfriend once that could do. No, I'm just kidding. Mr. P says, I can't even stand her voice or her face, Kamala Harris. The way she cackles or talks with her hands, all rehearsed. Donald talks off the cuff. He doesn't even use a script. They can't even make him use a script. He goes off script when he's on script. It's kind of funny, actually, watching him panic when he goes off script. And then April says, facts, John. Thumbs up, turkey, turkey, heart. Smiley face. Pittsburgh Steelers has a high fan base, says April. Yeah, they all. Mr. P says, I'll try to help with the social media stuff. Jake, I'm no pro, but I do pay attention to what works. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. If you wish, get with Amanda and you guys can coordinate that. That'd be fantastic. Roger on. Hi, friend. Brazil here. Welcome, Brazil. How are you? I hope you're doing well, and I hope the weather is good where you are, because it's kind of soggy here. April says, go dogs. Woof, woof. Yes. Thumbs up. And Amanda says, hi, Roger. Welcome. Wing wong to ching chong bing bong ting tang battle on a ding dang. Welcome to the show. I believe Trump chose the wrong candidate for his VP. The grassroots are not feeling him. What's your take? I think it's a little early to tell. I don't know much about J.D. Vance. Prior to him being picked for VP, I know he wrote a book that turned into a movie, and that was a pretty good movie from what I understand. But I don't know much about the man, but he didn't have a lot to choose from. That being said, my take was then and is now, I really think Donald Trump should have picked the chick. What's her name? Is that a brain freeze? The girl from Hawaii. I think she's a strong person. And I think she's an active military. She's a Christian. She's a believer in freedom. And I think that she would have got votes that other candidates couldn't get. And he should have picked her. Tulsi Gabbard. That's who I was trying to think of. So, yeah, I think he should have done that. But he didn't. So, we'll have to see what happens. I know that Trump has a plan, and I can't wait to see what that plan is as it unfolds. And obviously, picking J.D. Vance, I think he picked J.D. Vance because they were pressuring him to pick other people. He had a lot of pressure to pick Marco Rubio, for one thing. And I think that guy's a warmonger in his heart. He's a neocon. And I think Trump picking J.D. Vance was rebelling against that notion. So I don't really know otherwise. It really doesn't matter a whole lot because the vice president really doesn't have any power and it doesn't really do anything except little pet projects. And, adds a little prestige to the running, the ticket. But other than that, it really don't matter who the vice president is, as long as we have one. Mr. P says, yes, random people who don't even watch will likely get them. Likely get what? What are you talking about there, Mr. P? Random people who don't even watch will likely get them. Them who? The dogs? Steelers? The last thing you said was about social media, so I don't think that's what you were talking about, but I didn't catch that reference. April says, hi, Roger, welcome. And Roger says, welcome. Amanda says, hi, Wing Wong. Roger says, send hi to Brazil. Send hi to Brazil. Hi, Brazil. You're off. Little hi. Go to Brazil. There you go. How are you down there, Roger? Are things okay? Are you guys peaceful and happy? And most importantly, are you enjoying the show? Which is a chill stream. We're just chilling out here, but are you chilling? April says, I checked. I will check again. I like the phone case too, Jake. All of it is nice. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the phone cases are cool. I might get one for my phone. It's got my logo on it for the band. The band logo. One of my band logos. I will do phone cases for Untethered Live and Politics and all that too. And the Hyperbole. Which if you hadn't seen Hyperbole, I recommend you do that immediately. It is hilarious. I think you'll enjoy it. And more will be coming soon. April says, it's a thug. What's a thug? Oh, juggalos are radical clown face fans of a band. Ah, I got it. Understood. Isn't there a whole band like that? With clown faces? Rock and roll band? Jack says, get some hats. I'm working on it. There'll be some in there eventually. Fab Daddy says, Muggalos are radical coffee lovers of Jake Johnson Band. Yes. April says, Fab Daddy, you know it. Smiley face. Amy says, Japan had an earthquake, a 7.1 magnitude. My daughter is planning a trip there, but I'm worried about the radioactivity from the earthquake. A 7.1 is a bad earthquake. That's nothing to sneeze at. They had damage for real. That probably took some buildings down. As far as the radioactivity, if it disturbed a place where there was a fallout, such as, Nagasaki or Hiroshima, that may stir up some radioactivity. Otherwise, you don't get radioactivity from an earthquake by itself, unless it happens over a plutonium field or something. But if you're going to Nagasaki or Hiroshima or Fukushima, that could be a possibility. But I would submit to you that people live there, and the radiation ain't what you think it is. If you stay out of it, it won't bother you. Meaning, don't go out there digging in the dirt. Don't go walking barefooted, directly on the path. I think you'll be okay. Stefan Northcutt, welcome back. Awesome game, super competitive. Foosball, yes. Welcome, Stefan. Good to see you. Amanda says, prayers to keep her safe, Amy. I must have missed one. Oh, no, I didn't. The planned trip to Japan. Prayers to keep her safe. Yes. Hopefully, she won't be out there in the thick of the area where the radioactivity is. What reason is she going to Japan? Is it a work thing or is it a vacation? Because if it's a vacation, she can go to the other side of Japan and not have to worry about that. Go to Okinawa. Whipmaster says, by the way, you said you used to live around Milledgeville, and I assumed you used to play with gigs around the area. I did. I got a buddy that played in a band called Dirt Road Mania and Road Crew. Davey Sangster. Cool. I don't know Davey. I don't think. I used to play there in 1999. And I would play at Cowboy Bill's. And I would play at JJ's Bar and Grill. And a couple of clubs in downtown Milledgeville, but I can't remember their names. One of them was a little restaurant that everybody went to. Like I don't even remember what it was called now, but it was the place to be. Oh, one of them was called The Brick. I don't know if that's still there, but I played there. I played at the Rookery in Macon. And a couple of places around there. That was back in 98, 99. In the year 2000, I played New Year's Eve there and then moved the next day to North Carolina. So I played on the year 2000 in JJ's Bar and Grill there, or JD's Bar and Grill, something like that. April says, yep, I know what foosball is. Hang on, my chat jumped. FKH, says Stefan. That'll be enough of that language, mister. What are you driving at there? What does FKH stand for? Oh, never mind. I know what it stands for. And I agree with you. FKH. Fun Kamala Harris. April says, stupid text prediction foosball, I mean. Stefan says, Amanda, hello. And April says, hi, Stefan. Good to see you, love. And Jack says, yes, first woman president. I'm just playing Go Trump 2024. The first woman president would be Woodrow Wilson's wife. That was a long time ago. Mr. P says, I think J.D. Vance is worlds better than any of the Democrats had to offer. I agree with that 100%. I don't particularly know whether I like J.D. Vance or not. I don't know enough about him, but I know he's better right off the bat than anything I've seen come out of the Democratic side. What it is says Sarah Huckabee, yes. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. I like her a lot. But I was thinking of Tulsi Gabbard, who used to be a Democrat and saw the light and became a Republican or independent, but she hangs out with Republicans. But the reason I like her is because she saw what the bad things the Democrats were doing, and she wanted to get away from it. So that puts her immediately on the right side of things in my eyes. Second of all, she's beautiful and young. She's actively in the military. She'll get the female vote in a way that Trump can't get, and the young vote in a way that Trump can't get. She's level-headed. She's calm, and I think she would bring the temperature of Trump down a notch or two, which is what most people, especially the never-Trumpers, seem to want in their statesmen. I personally prefer the bull in the china shop routine that Trump does quite well. I like that because I recognize what I'm looking at when I see him, unlike other politicians whom I have no idea what their true intentions are, but I can tell they got intentions. I just don't know what they are. I know what Trump's thinking because he tells me what he's thinking. He doesn't have a filter. He doesn't keep anything to the chest. I appreciate that. Kevin Cox says, hey, brother, what's up, Kev? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Amanda says, hey, Kevo. Mr. P says, hence Kamala and Walls. I mean, what were they thinking? Well, clearly they were thinking, who can we nominate that will hurry up and expedite the destruction of the United States of America and its complete conversion to the Chinese yen? That's what they were thinking, Mr. P. What it is I want to see a Native American as president in the future. Yeah, that'd be interesting. President walks like a duck. I like it. Patty says, J.D. Vance is going to be just fine, in my opinion. I think so. I don't think he's a negative force. I just don't know anything about him. I don't know if he's got the zhuzh that Trump has, but what little I've heard of him talk seems to be he's on the right side of sarcasm. Let's see how he plays it. April says, hey, what it is? Good to see you. Kevin Cox says, sports update. NFL preseason has begun. Dolphins lead the Falcons by 4 in the third quarter. Just preseason. Wait and see who gets out next week. Go Fins. Back to you, Bob. Message retracted, Mr. P. I can't read retracted messages. Amanda says, like, subscribe, share, support, join, and super chat. The host would be appreciated. Thank you very much. And if you don't want to do that, Cash App, $ Jake Johnson Band, or PayPal, paypal.me/Jake Johnson Band. Amanda says, you're right, John. It randomly picks gifting. Yes, I think it does. I don't really know how that works, but if you wish to gift some memberships, I believe you have to go hit the join button and then go in that way. But I don't know how to do it exactly. April says, we're going to go eat, Jake. So I'm going to say goodnight, y'all. I love you all true. Have a great weekend and God bless. Well, enjoy your meal. I'm going to be here doing my thing. I appreciate you being here, and I love you too. Kev, take care of my lady. And you guys have a good weekend. And I'll see you Sunday or Saturday right here for Politics on Untethered Live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Politics on Saturday for some good old-fashioned politics talk, which will turn inevitably to Bible talk because that's just the nature of what people like to ask me. Amanda says, good night, April. And Fab Daddy says, enjoy, April. Curious Squirrel, message retracted. Well, I can't read it if you retract it. What didn't you say? I feel like y'all are keeping secrets. Kevin says, it is so hot here. My sweat is steamy. Wow, 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 chicka, chicka, bow, wow. Mr. P says, dang, third time YouTube dropped. Weather is wild tonight. Trees are whipping. Fab Daddy says, good detox, Kev. Amanda says, right, Kevin? It's me. Welcome to the show. Hey, Jake, what's the topic today? It's up there in the description of the video. It says a posthumous Tempest Soirée, Loquacious Bloviation. That's what we're talking about. We're having a hurricane party, and I'm waxing rhapsodic. No topic. Whatever you want to talk about. Amanda says, hey, it's me. Anything you want to talk about. Curious Squirrel says, have a great night, April. Mr. P says, Fukushima. If you're standing on a ladder and you hear something splatter, Fukushima. Fab Daddy says, Fukushima was radioactivated. My coastal waters. It radioactivated your coastal waters? That's not good. Maybe try changing the channel. See if you can get some FM. Mr. P says, they said that lots of that has soaked into the earth or dissipated by now. You'll need to be right on top of it. Right on top of the hit areas to be affected. Well, it doesn't dissipate because radioactive elements have a half-life, which is about 5,000 years. So, it's going to be around for a while. That being said, it's probably covered over by topsoil because soil has a tendency to be moved around, which means it is dormant as long as you don't disturb the soil. I wouldn't go out there digging in a garden or anything, but just walking down the road shouldn't bother you. Mr. P says, I'm not positive, though. Good question. That would be the answer. She's going on vacation. Yeah, I would just go to another place. I wouldn't go to Fukushima or Nagasaki or Hiroshima. I would go to Okinawa and learn the Karate Kid. Get one of those little drums. Amy Elizabeth said, shared. Well, thank you, Amy. Whipmaster says, Davey used to play at JJ's often. Okay. So we probably ran into each other at the time. I didn't know who he was, though. I had a bass player named Ben, but I can't remember what his last name was. He had long hair. He's kind of a hippie dude. And I played in a band called Flat Rock until my mother pointed out that that reminded her of a cow pissing on a flat rock and, spraying him. So I had to change the name of the band. That's when I went to Jake Johnson Band. Fab Daddy says the 7.1 earthquake was located in south of Japan. No tsunami developed and minimal damage. They know how to build. They know how to build in Japan. Yeah, they build everything out of paper. It's easy to put it back up. Whipmaster says he done construction up that way too. He played up in Macon and Milledgeville in the late 90s and early 2000s. I probably did meet him. I can't recall anybody named Davey, but I'm sure that I crossed paths with a lot of musicians. He might have been one of them. I did a talent show at Cowboy Bill's there out on the highway towards Lake Champlain. Is it Lake Champlain? I can't remember. The big lake out there at the end of the far end of Milledgeville. Anyway, Cowboy Bill's was a big metal building that had a nightclub inside, a country nightclub. And I won 38 talent shows in a row. So much so that they stopped letting me win. I would get all of the applause and they would give the money to somebody else. I was paying my rent with talent shows for a little while. 38 in a row. And finally they said, we got to let somebody else win or nobody else is going to come. I was like, well, hire me and we won't have a problem. Seemed logical to me. Amanda says, thanks, Amy, for sharing. And Amanda says, Jake identifies with the bull in a china shop. Yes. I do identify as a bull in a china shop. Tiptoeing around, trying not to break all the china. Fatty Daddy says, walk like a duck and bull in a china shop. Isn't it ironic? President walks like a duck. That's a Native American president that's going to take over. And he will be a bull in a china shop. Mr. P says, one thing we know about Trump is if Vance is no good, Trump will tell him, you're fired. That is very true, Mr. P. He likes fired people. Can't fire the vice president, says Fab Daddy. No, but you can make him inert by not allowing him to do anything. Mr. P says, good night, April. What it is says, do you remember when cigarettes had a spicy smell to them? I think what you're talking about is a clove cigarette, and they do have a spicy smell. Regular cigarettes don't. They smell like tobacco. But clove cigarettes do have a spicy smell. And they still make those as far as I know. Mine just smell like tobacco. But they're delicious. Mr. P says Trump will find a way to force him to resign. Right? What it is brown CJ. All right. Brown chicken, brown cow. How now, brown chicken, brown cow? Brown CJ. I like it. Amanda says, how now, brown cow? See, I told you. Great minds, huh? It's me says, my buddy ran for 13th District Congress Taxpayers Party. Sweet. Nice. Hopefully he'll win. If he's a Republican. If he's a Democrat, I hope he takes a long walk off a short pier. Whipmaster says, have you ever been to or played at Whiskey River? I believe it's in Macon. Yes. Whiskey River, take my mind. And Amanda says, they still make clove cigarettes, and they stink. Well, they smell spicy. Clovey-like you're smoking garlic. Blech. 10, 10, 10. 116 views. Fresh box of Marlboro smell like raisins. Oh, that's weird. Do they? There's a little love in your direction. I do enjoy Friday nights. I'm just about to fall asleep on myself, though, so if I look like I'm high, it's probably why. I can smell garlic all day. Cloves are just nasty. Well, I don't want none of it, I can tell you that. I like my tobacco with tobacco in it. I do make my own cigarettes, though, which is why they're wonky-jawed. There's a word for you, wonky-jawed. That means like that. Did you refer to my penis as my buddy, Rachel? That's weird. Makes your buddy short. It's me, says hi, Amanda. Whipmaster says, they closed down Whiskey River. It used to be a great juke joint in its day, but the young crowd ruined it. Shootings and fights, etc. Yeah, seems to be like a lot of good things are going that way by the wayside. And it's regrettable. And I apologize for that world we have to live in. Not that it was any of my doing, but I miss the good old days. I miss the days when things mattered, when you'd put on a nice shirt to go out with your lady on the town, and it was an important thing, and it was something you looked forward to. I miss playing for people that dance. You know that people stop dancing? Now they just kind of bounce up and down. So it's easy. I can get more people on the dance floor because they're just crammed in like sardines and bouncing up and down. But nobody dances anymore, like 2-step, 3-step, and all that stuff. Nobody does it. Unless you play at a VFW or something, then you might see people dancing. Amanda says, you took long enough to think of that one, Jake. Smiley face, your buddy. It just dawned on me, that's all. I was thinking about it. I was mulling it over in my mind. Mulling over the conversation. That's how I keep up with 2,000 people at one time. By the way, if anybody, newcomers included, would like to have my album, I'll play a song off of it here in just a minute. But the link is pinned at the top of the chat. That is a link to my Google Drive. It is safe and it is free. If you would like to download that album, click the 3 dots and hit the blue link that appears, and it'll take you right to it, and it's yours. The only thing I ask in return is that you share it with somebody. That's the price. So go have at it. Jack says, I meet someone that thinks hot is freezing and cold is hot. And he goes to the beach when it's freezing cold and people are different. So I guess he wears a hoodie in the summertime. There's a lot to get to that. You could have just said, I got a friend that wears a hoodie when it's hot. Same thing. Whipmaster says, I miss when folks could just settle disagreements with a good old-fashioned way. Fisticuffs. Now, everyone would rather pull out a weapon. Shaking my head. Yes, I remember the days when you get popped in the mouth for being too smart for your own britches, and then you shake it off and get back to work. No harm, no foul. You learn your lesson. Now you pop somebody in the mouth and they're liable to shoot you, or their friends might come back and shoot you. It ain't worth it. Amanda says, right, Whip? Nonetheless, real men still know the value of that threat level, which is why we can get things done. Because when you get a group of men together, within the first 5 minutes, the hierarchy is established and everyone knows who the alpha dog is, and everybody else falls in line and becomes useful at something. That's how men function. And very rarely is that alpha position challenged. And when it's challenged, a good old sock in the lips will fix that problem. Whipmaster says, amen, Mr. Jake. And Jack says, J-Tag, am out. Have a good night. J-Tag, y'all love. Well, go get your J-Tag there, Jack. Don't threaten me with a good time. Go have one. Have a good night, and we'll see you on Saturday, buddy. And Amanda says, good night, Jack. All right. Here you go. For your own listening pleasure, a song that I wrote and recorded and put out for your viewing pleasure right here, Elizabeth.
Moonlit skies and fireworks. People laugh, people flirt all night long. But I just stay.
It's out, Jack. Go download it.
So I drove down to the local bar where people come in their fancy cars and play their games. But I just stare. Then I saw you sitting there, all alone in that empty chair right next to you. I fell in love, oh baby. Boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. And girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss. I don't care what you say, I fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away. At that bar where we first met, you smiled at me and my palms got wet, and you just looked away. But I just stayed. You said, been in love and it never works. I always end up getting hurt, and I ain't doing that no more. There ain't no way. Oh no, 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 no. You stood up to say goodbye, grabbed your hand with a tear in my eye, and I just walked away. But you just stayed. But you looked down and you took my hand and said, boy, I hope you understand that I'm not a girl that needs a man. I got my life and all my plans, and if you were there, you'd just be in my way. Girl, it ain't gotta be like this. I'd give you everything but just one kiss, and I don't care what you say, fell in love with you anyway. Oh, Elizabeth, you take my breath away.
Oh, yeah. That is an original song just for you. Linda, good night, sweetheart. Sleep tight wherever you are. I hope you have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow night or whenever you show back up. Come see us again soon. Amanda says, good night, Linda. And Jack says, I meant ladies only. Sorry. Sorry, Fab Daddy. And what he meant was, can anyone give Jack a kiss? Well, Jack, you have to be on for a kiss. So far, you're just Jack off. Jack says, I'm going to get the album as soon as it comes out. Well, it's out. The link is in the description at the top. I mean, it's in the chat at the top. Just go click on it and you got it. It's out. And it's free. So go get it. No excuses. Only people can have this album is in this chat room. You can't buy it. I mean, you can. You can absolutely send me some money if you want to, but it's a free album. Okay, there is a link. Sorry, I love that song. It should be on the radio. It has been. It's been on the radio before. Locally. I'd like to see it on the radio nationally, though. That'd be fantastic. And Amanda says, I'd give you everything for just one kiss. I don't care what you say. I'd fall in love with you anyway. Mr. P says, Jake covers some great songs in this album. I'm terrible with song names, but some are better than the originals even. Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate the compliment. I mean, John, I appreciate the compliment. Sorry. That means a lot. And I enjoy making music, but I do it my way, so sometimes it comes out different than the original. Amanda says, absolutely agree, John. And hell no, not for me, Jack. Got to be a jack on, not a jack off. Oh, no. That's her favorite part of the song, and I don't even know why. It's not even a good part of the song, but she likes it. She thinks my no sexy. It really turns her on. She's always singing at me like she knows a song. Amanda says, well, Jack, if you talk real sweet to Fab Daddy, he might give you a kiss. And Linda Davis says, good night, all, and thanks, Jake. You're welcome, and thank you. Thank you for being here. God bless you. Amanda says, good night, Linda. And Jack says, I meant ladies only. Sorry, Fab Daddy. Mr. P says, good night, Linda. And Amanda says, oh, well, you said you were gay. Oh, snap. She burned you there, Jack. And Linda says, good night, Amanda and Mr. P. And Mr. P says, y'all watching Star Trek tonight? Until I pass out, yes. But I'm just about there now, so, you know. It's going to have to be a really good episode or I might just fall right asleep. I'm just about to fall asleep now. And it's time. Says, good night, y'all. Can I have a kiss? Good night. Mwah. There you go. Good night. Quit being annoying. And go get your J-tag. You know you want it. You know you want a J-tag. Amanda says, absolutely, John. I'm totally hooked on that Star Trek. Aaron K. back in the house. What's up, Aaron? I made it here with a migraine. I'm sorry. I'll speak softly. I'm sorry you have a migraine. I hope you get to feeling better soon, Aaron. Amanda says, it's been the best part of the song. It's the best part of the song. Really? That's weird. Mr. P says, I kind of like that part too, Amanda. I don't know why, though. I would like to know why. That is weird. Aaron says, good to see you, Mr. Jake. Good to see you too, Aaron. I'm sorry you feel bad, buddy. But maybe you can ease up. Get you a nice cold press and put it on your neck and lay back on a pillow. Press it up. That might help a little. Mr. P says, hi, Aaron. And Amanda says, hi, Aaron. Sorry to hear that. Ask your doctor for 𝕰𝕠𝕠𝕝 injections. You won't be sorry. 𝕰𝕠𝕠𝕝. 𝕰𝕠𝕠𝕝. That's a shot that you get, what is it, once a year? And it will make them migraines go away. Hope that helps. Aaron says, hello, Mr. P. Aaron says, I can't have them because of my lumbar injury. Oh, that's terrifying. What happened to your lumbar, Aaron? Amanda says, that's crazy, Aaron. I never heard of not being able to get the shot. Aaron says, nerves will react to the meds. Amanda says, oh, okay. Well, damn. Sorry, man. It's all good. I'm happy, says Aaron. Well, I'm glad you're happy, and God bless you anyway. And maybe if the Lord will touch your head, he'll ease that headache up off of you, and I pray that he does. In Jesus' name, amen. Migraine, go away. And that would be awesome if that worked. Mr. P says it's because that part of the song is like a bit of the artist showing through, Jake. Okay, interesting. Amanda says, I think it's the growl in his voice when he says it. Aaron says, no worries. Uma Master, welcome to the show. He says, what do you think about Scott Ritter? I don't know who Scott Ritter is. I don't like him, though. He's got a name like Ritter, but I don't know who that is. Amanda says, Uma, welcome. And Aaron says, I think it's his conviction. Could be. Could be. He's related to Jason Ritter? I don't know. Who is Scott Ritter and what does he do, Uma Master? Clearly not on my radar for some reason. All right, boys and girls, it's 10 o'clock and I'm exhausted, so I'm going to go to bed. I got to get up early in the morning and work on a motorcycle and get a new tire put on it. It's time for the new back tire already. So I'm going to go to bed. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for hanging out and having a great conversation. And thanks for all the compliments and sweet remarks. And all the good stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow night right here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some politics. Hamburger helper hands, says Aaron. Yes, sir. I agree. All it needs is a smiley face on the hand. Mr. P says, good night, everybody. See you tomorrow night. I can't wait for Bible study Sunday. It's going to be great. We're still in the book of Isaiah, but we're in the good parts. So y'all come by and check that out if you haven't done so. It's going to be amazing. By the way, what do y'all think of the background? It's a new one tonight. I like it. It does all kind of funky stuff. I might keep it. I think I like this one better than I do the kaleidoscope, which is cool in its own right. But anyway, I'm going to bed. Thank you guys for being here. God bless each and every one of you. May his love abound in your lives, and may his grace light your footsteps every which way you're going. And while you're out there going, be nice to somebody. That's it. That's all. Just be nice. Doesn't cost anything. It's easy to do, and it will change the perspective of that person when you show kindness. And it will change your perspective when you show kindness. It's just good all the way around. Oh, yeah. And
VJ, now I lay me down to sleep.
I think you're on to something, Aaron.
Soul to keep. If I die before I wake, VJ, my best friend, right through it all, VJ. If I die before I wake,
VJ. All right. There you go. That's just for you, Aaron. Aaron says it reminds me of aliens. Nano. It's trippy, says Amanda. I like it. I like trippy. Don't let the bed bugs bite, says Mr. P. Aaron says, and feed Jake. Well, nobody fed Jake tonight, but that's okay. You can't win them all. Aaron says, ooh. The man says, I want to identify as a bed bug. Why? So you can bite? You know bed bugs are vampires? They live in a blood-soaked cave, and they spawn nymphs, like a vampire, collects women. They spawn nymphs, and they shed, and then they are very intelligent bugs. They're kind of gross. I love it, says Aaron. Mr. P says, tomorrow, I got $2 for you, Jake. Maybe it'll start a dono train. Maybe. Well, I appreciate that. $2 is better than no dollars. Thank you. All right. I'm going to bed. Thank you guys for being here. I enjoyed it tonight. I hope you did too. See you tomorrow night. Politics right here.